Sometimes I read a book, he'll fall asleep, but when I sing, he cries. I'm like, okay, I'm playing. He doesn't like me singing, but his dad, he loves, his dad talks to him all the time.
Kia ora, I'm Bronwyn Sweeney. I'm involved in sleep research, I'm a psychologist and I'm a child birth educator. So I work a lot with families and parents and mums and dads and everybody, and we've just had a brilliant get together of some mums, some dads, grandparents and pēpē talking about sleep and their families and how sleep happens and what's important for them about sleep, and some of the important factors for sleep. It's been great. So I think one of the most important things that's changed about sleep for babies in the last 30 years is how much we know about keeping babies safe in their sleep. And so we have some key things that we really want to encourage families to do. And the first ones are around the environment, so having a smoke-free environment for pēpē. We want to encourage breastfeeding if that's possible in that family. And then the baby's sleep space, so baby having their own space to sleep in. On their back is really critical, having babies sleep on their back in their own space for every sleep. And that could be in a bed in a wahakura or a pēpē pod or some arrangement like that. And keeping their sleeping space free of loose things, blankets, ties, toys, those kinds of things. If we can do that for babies, we're doing a really great step towards keeping them safe.
When I put them on the bassinet, I'm able to not just rest, but able to do other things that I would like to do in the house, or kind of do the things that I would like to do. So it really helps, and it helps in terms of your own self-care too, because you want to remove, I remember my husband had to move him to another room because he's like, you need to rest, and actually you become too clingy, and because it is our first child, I want to be there all the time, but at the same time taking care of yourself is important, so it helped me as well to take care of myself.
We all do our own bits and pieces here and there. I think sometimes I'll come home from work and baby's standing in the doorway with Harley Crew, so I know she's had a hard day, so that's that. Take him, play with him, feed him, bath him. If she's stressed out and I'm tired, we just point to Papa over there and hand him off, and then these two, they walk him,
often in
play
his
with
room.
him, sits in his room. We all
just
play little parts.
Pass
and bits and pieces.
Pass it like that.
So, yes, bound to be 1 out of 5 of us that is happy, and we'll hold him and play with him, and so
It's the village.
Yeah, actual village.
Yeah.
It's the communication, I think it's the best, not only verbally but non-verbally too. If she sees that I come home from work and I'm tired, or if I come home and I see that she's tired, then we both try and step up and have baby here and there. And if Nana's good, then I'm off to Nana.
So my husband and I are both full-time working. So when we both get home, it's just tag, you're it. But my mum and my son's 11, they're really big help as well. So mum's always around. She does drop-off and pickups from daycare, and she's really helpful. And then my son is puts her to sleep. He's good at putting her to sleep. Yeah.
It's really helpful having grandparents around, because they can read without even, they can read you really well. And my husband's working full time, and so, but it was good because I had him for a month. We were both able to do things equally, and on the first night it was so funny because my husband was like, this is so hard. He didn't the reality of the sleep deprived is real. We shared those responsibilities together. So
it's amazing how much babies read, stress. If you're stressed and if you're angry, they can feel that and it goes through them. It's amazing. I've seen it. It's wow.
Yeah, daily in our house.
Yeah.
So we know that when babies have good sleep when they need it, it helps them learn. So it helps them learn language and skills, how to use their bodies. It helps their hearing develop. It helps their sight develop. Every aspect of them it helps develop. So every aspect actually of our mental and physical wellbeing and health is affected by sleep, and it's something we don't get taught, but it's super, super important for babies to have that sleep. Often, mum and baby are the most connected in the family, but it could be nanny, it could be somebody else who's really, so whoever's doing that primary caring, they're going to be impacted the most by the baby's sleep. When we're not sleeping well, our physical health can be impacted, but mental health as well. Just, I guess all of us would say when we've slept well, we feel better, we can concentrate more, we have more fun. So it's important that baby's sleeping as well as possible, so mum and everybody else can sleep well, and then that mum's got plenty of opportunities to sleep as well.
I've noticed that too, like the more sleep, the more I feel like he's growing more, and he's like more alert and more aware. Just notice the changes in his features and the way he responds to you, like to food and what's happening around him. So yeah, that's been my experience. Yeah.
In the early weeks, it's kind of do what works for everybody. Just, when you've just had a baby, everybody's tired, you're trying to figure out feeding, you're trying to figure out being a parent or an expanding family. So anything that works in the first few weeks, I think, is a good idea. And then once we get through that initial kind of 6 or 8 weeks and the baby's body clock and its systems start to come online, its sleep systems start to develop and come online, then we can help baby to have more of a routine. Things like doing a bath and then a feed, or a story, or singing, lullabies, massage, all of those things, if they can be incorporated kind of regularly each night. So baby kind of knows that sleep's coming and this is what we do and this is how we wind down for the day, and it's nice and calm and cuddly up together, then that can all help as well. Yeah, it's perfectly normal for babies to sleep different amounts, and also for the same baby to sleep different amounts on each day. So they're not necessarily going to sleep the same amount every day. I don't sleep the same amount every day, just like I don't eat the same amount every day. So baby isn't going to sleep the same amount and the same way every day. So just being able to flow with it, and I think the most constant thing about babies and their sleep is change. So just when you think you've got it sussed and you're in a bit of a pattern, something will happen. The seasons will change, or they'll get some teeth, or those kinds of things, and it will change. So being prepared for that and just having expectations that it will change and keep adapting with it. Yeah.
I can sleep through an earthquake, so he doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
And my snoring doesn't bother him either, so we good.
During the day, he just probably sleeps up to 2 hours during the day, but at night he only wakes up once, so his sleep varies from 4 to 5 hours now. He started off 3 hours though, so he's getting, I guess the older they get, the longer they're starting to sleep, so I'm happy.
I guess when he's sleeping in his bassinet, as much as you do want to try and hold him all the time, you do just let him sleep and, make sure that, okay, this is his time where he's growing, making sure that whatever he's developing physically or internally, make sure it just happens, and try not to disturb it. Yeah.
We try and bath him most every night, get into that routine of keeping him up, playing with him, bathing him, changing him. He has better, longer sleeps that way. He really does, from an off night of just skip the bath, bottle and bed kind of thing. Yes, talking about you. Yeah. So yeah.
Now that we're getting used to his sleeping and routine, we kind of know already what time he'll sleep, what time he'll wake up, and the things that will help us calm ourselves down is when things get hard, we bath them as well. We sing songs, tell stories, read books.
Yeah, it's sort of like a natural forming routine that as soon as you know that someone's not here, or if I know that she needs to be somewhere or needs to do something, we just step up. But yeah, feed, sleep, bath. And whenever baby sleeps, she tries to get rest, or vice versa.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning process. I think for us was naturally, our routine naturally came, according to him. And so now we kind of know, we don't talk to him at night. He just eats and goes straight to sleep at night. And during the day, because I'm home most of the time, I know when he's hungry, know when he wants to sleep, And I do have a lot of visitors because I'm an extrovert. I love having people over. And so I kind of know, oh, come at this time because this is when he sleeps. So I kind of know when he needs to sleep because I want to make sure he sticks to that sleeping pattern.
A lot of it was from our kids, honey? What we've done with them. So we try and implement that with our moko.
I let him go to sleep on his own. I won't rock him or walk him around or like let him fall asleep in my arms. I try and make him, sleep on his own. That's how we did our boys, and that's the only way I know, but I know it's different for baby because she's got him the majority of the time. And then daytime is awake time. I'll talk to him, I'll play with him, I'll unbind him, I'll wipe his face, change his clothes. This is daytime, this is our awake time. So that's the only thing we're trying to do at the moment.
His nana sings when she puts him to sleep. The only way that she knows how to put him to sleep, she sings Samoan lullabies to him, and that's her bonding time with him. And I don't want to take that away. I don't want to have to sing those songs because I know I want him to grow up and be able to cherish those songs with his nana. After his baths, I guess I got that from my nana. So my grandma, she's Tongan, and she kind of told me every time after I finish bathing him, or even when he finishes having a shower with his dad, I'll massage his legs and his arms. And she said it's more so of just stretching out his legs and making sure, because he's so used to bending them and he doesn't, stretch them on his own. So that's one thing I've taken from my nana, is to just massage him, and he likes it, especially when he's lying on his tummy. He's getting the whole full body massage for free.
Yeah, we listen to music a lot. We listen to a lot of music, so she's around music. She sleeps through music. When the music was on earlier, as soon as it stopped, she woke up straight away. I was like, damn, put it back on. Yeah, so she loves music.
One of the key things for parents is to spend a lot of time in the first few weeks just being with your baby and observing your baby, and you'll get to know their little ways of telling you things and giving you cues and ideas about what they need and responding to those. And to be honest, parents are the baby's best experts. They're around them the most, they know their baby, they know their family and what has to work inside their family and in their home. So they're the best experts. So following your own intuition is often a really good idea. And then if you're feeling a bit stuck or you think something's not going so well, then reach out and use the services that are available, Plunket Line, Health Line, your GP, reach out and ask trusted people in your community. It can be really good. But also just your own support networks, check out ideas. Is your baby doing this? My baby's doing this. Just get some reassurance, because often that's just what we need, is to hear that our baby's kind of in the range of what feels like regular sort of sleep development.
I feel like being a mum, I found the confidence to ask for help more often now than before. Like I'll just ring Plunket or Healthline and get more advice around serious concerns. Or I message like mums that I know, like on Instagram now.
Different times now, You've got social media now and Google. Back in our day, we didn't have that. You just make it up on the spot.
Yeah, having sisters as well is like a big help. Because I've got sisters who, to be honest, when I was breastfeeding him, the only info that helped me was my sister's advice. Because all the other advice, I had gone to classes like prenatal classes, and that just went all out the window. But having info from your family is just because they're constantly there, so they'll help you.
I've learned stuff of my brothers and their kids, and my sister and her kids. It's a bit of passing down knowledge.